What's up, fight fans? This is Counterpunch with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Joyce. Joyce, explained by his manager, Sam Jones, is left heartbroken over the Daniel Dubois postponement. Of course, we know the coronavirus, the pandemic, has lost a lot of people without fight dates because the dates had to be canceled due to this particular pandemic. And according to the manager, Sam Jones, that he lost thousands of pounds. And he's not talking about small thousands, but big thousands, okay? He says since then, his fight was canceled, okay? Marco Huck, the fight was canceled in January. So he's had 2 training camps now, peaked twice and no fight. It brought me to tears knowing how well Joe was doing, what had gone into camp, the sacrifices he had made, the cost of the sparring partners we brought in. The reality is we paid for fights or for flights for our team and the sparring partners from the UK. He said, then we were paying weekly for the US-based sparring partners, the UFC training facility, the very nice villa that we were living in Vegas. And of course, we know that Joyce has been over a year since he's beat Brian Jennings. And one of the things is I don't want Joyce to be discouraged, but I can understand the frustration because if you've had 2 training camps and nothing of them, a lot of people would think, well, in theory, you should be better. No, you could be overtrained, okay? And it puts you at risk of being injured because the more you train, training camp is no joke because you prepare your body for destruction, okay? You prepare your body to withstand punches, to take punches, to work on certain things, with strength and conditioning, strategy. That takes a lot of mental, physical, and emotional focus, okay? And a lot of people get injured. Now, he's not injured, but it's a numbers game. So the more training camps that you put yourself into, the more likely it is for you to get injured because of strain and wear and tear on the body, okay? Because it's basically you're preparing yourself 6 to 8 weeks of a training camp for one night. But then that one night doesn't come. Then you're looking like, okay, you've done all this hard, strenuous work for nothing. Okay, and he's done it twice now. So July, that's a long time from now. Mind you, people. Okay, we have April, May, June. That's 3 full months right there. And then in those 3 full months, he has to go through another training camp, okay? And then spend a lot of money. So, yes, this pandemic has put a lot of people back, and he hasn't got paid yet, most importantly, for that one night that he gets it on with Daniel Dubois or whoever, right? He didn't fight before because that fight was canceled in early January. So where is that money coming from? It's coming out of the pocket, okay? It's an investment at that point. But at this point, that investment is a loss, okay, in this situation. So the good thing about Joyce, I think Joyce should be taking it easy. I think he should want to recover from this training camp, preserve his body, and it's easier to train the body than relax the mind. Because again, if you're heartbroken, it's just frustrating. But he has to understand he's not the only fighter that went through this. You have the Vasily Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez fight, the Povetkin, Dillian White fight, possibly the Joshua Pulev fight. A lot of these fights are canceled, okay, because of the same thing that he's going through. So he shouldn't feel alone with that. It doesn't make it better, but it also makes it, easier to know that someone else is going through the same problem that you're going through. But anyway, you guys, but before I close, I just don't want this to turn into a reason, right? Because when you lose, it's always going to be looked at as an excuse, always. If he goes in there and gets sparked out by Daniel Dubois in 2 or 3 rounds, the first thing people are going to say is, well, hell, he went through 3 training camps to even get there because of the postponement and the cancellation and this, that, and the other, right? And that's what it would be painted as. That would be the excuse that's marked. And that's one thing that I don't want to see. But the question is, will he be 100% in July? Can he possibly be 100% in July, going through the frustrations and the things at camp? So it is frustrating for him. Again, it's better for him now, knowing he has that layoff, to take time and rest his body, okay? Shut that training camp down like he's already done, but rest his body. Go home and relax. Do a lot of stretching. Do some yoga, which I know he's into, because he's a martial artist, some Tai Chi, okay? But anyway, that's my counterpunch on that. You guys let me know what you think about Joyce being heartbroken about this postponement with Daniel Dubois. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys can counterpunch. Peace.